What's going on, everybody? This is Patrick from Porter's Unboxings, as you know. And today, guys, I'm going to be doing my all-out 2022 predictions. It is tonight in a couple hours. So let's get to it. I don't know how to say this guy, so you can just say it for me. This guy right here, versus Eddie Kingston. I think Eddie Kingston will win. That's on the pre-show. And here is the poster. I like it a lot. This is Moxley versus Punk. I think for the third time, or this, I don't remember. But yeah, they had a match on AEW where CM Punk broke his foot again, so they're having a rematch with that 5-minute blowout. Ridiculous. So then the pre-show for the second, dude, there's 4 pre-show matches. So altogether this is 15 matches. Oh my god. Pac versus Kip Sabian, singles match for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. I'm going for Pac again. Then you have Hook versus Angelo Parker for the FTW Championship. I'm going for Hook. Jericho Appreciation Society, Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara versus Ruby Soho and Ortiz, mixed tag team match for the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championships. Ty and Sammy for the win here. Or, I'm not sure. I like Ruby Soho, but I gotta go for Ty Mello and Sammy Guevara, or like Ty Conti. Then we get into the main show with to kick off the night on the main show. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. This will be a fantastic match. I wish this wouldn't kick off the show, but it will. But I wish the tag team title match would kick off the show, but whatever. Jericho versus Bryan Danielson. I've been a fan of these two for a long time. For 12 years, I've been a fan of Jericho and Bryan. But my gut tells me that Jericho, so back at AEW Double or Nothing 2022, first of all, AEW, where is that DVD? I need it in my collection. Jericho injured Bryan. I think Jake Hager tied the rope around his neck, and Chris Jericho did the walls of Jericho to Bryan. So just because of that revenge tactic, I think Bryan Danielson will come out with the win. And then the next match is a fatal 4-way match for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. Now that Thunder Rosa is out, so they're doing the same thing, but with the women that they did with Jon Moxley and CM Punk. So I don't really know why they're doing that. But we have Toni Storm versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. This girl, or this woman right there. And so I finally see this happening. Fatal 4-way for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm for the win. Dude, it's Toni Storm's time. I think she's got it in the bag. Then the next match. House of Black. Malachi and Brody King and Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. Now I've heard a lot of rumblings on the internet that Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black, has asked for his AEW release. I don't know. Would this be the time to say goodbye to Malachi Black? I have no idea. Yeah, backstage rumors and backstage news on Malachi's AEW status. I don't know what this proves, but I'm going for Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. Because I never doubt my boy Darby Allin. But I could see this going two different ways. If Malachi Black signs a new deal with AEW, I'm thinking they're going to win. But if he didn't, it's Darby Allin who wins, and Sting and Miro. But, again, I'm going for Darby Allin to win. Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. Jade Cargill versus Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon. She made her debut a couple of weeks ago. Actually, let's see. Yeah, a couple of months ago. My God. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 months ago. So, I don't know. I really don't like Jade Cargill. So, I'm going for Ember Moon. And then the next match gets probably one of the matches of the night. Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. Wow, this match has gotten personal. And when I mean personal, it's personal, folks. Dude, Christian Cage said, "I wish I was your father, but I'm not. Because your father is dead, buried 6 feet under." Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son. If you guys didn't know, but you know now because you've been watching AEW for weeks now. So he goes by the name Jake Perry. So he said last week on Dynamite, you're not wrestling Jungle Boy, you're wrestling Jake Perry. Dude, I'm 100% going for Jungle Boy for this, aka Jake Perry. Dude, there is no way that Jungle Boy can't win this match. He's called out, Christian Cage has called out his dead father, his mother and sister, saying you raise a piece of shit. Like, this is 100% personal. Like, Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins were not personal at all until this last week on Raw. This has been personal for 6 weeks or more. So, I'm going with Jungle Boy 100%. And then the next match, Wardlow and FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. Who? But, okay. I'm going with Wardlow and FTR because this match came out of completely nowhere in the 6-man tag team match. So, let's go! Wardlow and FTR. And then the match. So, the matches of the night so far for me that I want to look to are like 2 or 3. Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. And Moxley versus Punk again. So Cesaro, because I'm not going to say his name, Castagnoli versus Wheeler Yuta versus Penta El Zero versus Rey Fenix versus Rush. I think Rush. Oh, that is not the guy who I thought that was. Okay. My fault. Versus Rush versus Andrade El Idolo versus Dante Martin versus To Be Determined. Casino ladder match. Winner receives a future AEW World Championship match. Now, isn't Cesaro the Ring of Honor World Champion right now? Dude, I would love to see these two. Penta or Rey Fenix take a shot at the world title. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know about Wheeler Yuta. I might want to see that because, well, if Punk wins this match, then it would be great. Versus Jon Moxley, because Jon Moxley is in the same group as Wheeler Yuta in the Blackpool Combat Club. So I don't know. And this match is on before Punk and Moxley, so I don't know. But my choices, or my choice is between these two. Penta or Rey Fenix. The next match, Swerve in Our Glory, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, formerly known as Isaiah Swerve Scott, from WWE versus the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster. Now, I love the Acclaimed when they come out on their entrance because they just rap about random things. But my choice is Swerve in Our Glory to retain the titles. And then next, Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know. Again, this match came out of nowhere. For me. But I'm picking Ricky Starks. And then the next match, finally, he is back. The Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order. You know who I'm going for. Everybody knows. Tournament finals for the inaugural AEW World Trios Championships. I'm going for the Elite, baby. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And then we get to the last match. Well, hold on. Because Kenny Omega just came back. So you know that they are going to win this match. 100%. And then the next match and the last match. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk singles match for the one AEW World Championship. Now, as you guys know, a couple of months ago, CM Punk won the championship at Double or Nothing, and then 3 days later on Dynamite, he injured his foot. And then he didn't give up the title. He just said he had to go get surgery and came back. Well, first of all, he said he came back way too early. At Double or Nothing, Punk defeated Hangman Adam Page to win the AEW World title, his first title victory since the 2011 Survivor Series. 5 days later, after winning the AEW World title, Punk announced on the June 3rd episode of Rampage that he would be out of action to recover from an injury. However, he would still remain champion. Jon Moxley was crowned the interim champion in Punk's place at the AEW /NJPW Forbidden Door on June 26th. And a title unification bout would be held upon Punk's return from injury, which I don't like at all because Punk returned too early. At the Quake of the Lake special episode of Dynamite on August 10th, Punk made his return and confronted Moxley, entering into a title dispute. A match to determine the undisputed AEW World Champion was then scheduled for All Out. However, due to heated confrontation between the two, it was announced that the match would instead take place on the August 24th episode Dynamite, where Punk was quickly defeated by Moxley, ending Punk's reign at 86 days, the shortest in history. That tells you something. I don't know if Punk is ready for this match, but again, the locker room and Punk have not been seeing terms a lot. But I'm still going for CM Punk to win. hopefully. And I hope when Punk wins, or by chance, that the return of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. And then we have that match, MJF versus CM Punk, at a later date. I don't. There is not a pay-per-view after this, like right now. So, but CM Punk for the win, and then MJF walks out, beats up Punk, and holds up the AEW World Title. So, what are your thoughts, and what are your predictions for tonight's AEW All Out? Please put them in the comment section down below. Please hit the subscribe button. This has been Patrick from Pours Unboxing. Do you see MJF returning tonight? Finally! So please put that down in the comment section down below. This has been Patrick from Pours Unboxings, and I'm out. Peace.